welcome to Whistle Test. Tonight on Whistle Test we've got Rex Higgins, Steve Flea, the Wretched Admiral Sphincter, Grunties, Hot Nadgers, Red Buttocks and Toad the Wet Sprocket, so it promises to be really good. We've also got a preview of the new Vomit album, and I shall be talking as usual, like this. Wow. But first on Whistle Test, here's our studio group, Toad the Wet Sprocket. Wow, great. It's finished. Well, you'll all no doubt have recognised I've got with me now Mantra Robinson.
Hi.
Mantra, it's good to see you.
Yes, it is.
Mantra, your new album on the vegetarian label, Karmic Subtopian Protoplasmic Maximised Mantric Arcadian Intrusions.
It's been held up.
Why?
They're having trouble with the spelling.
It's a great title.
Yeah, I wrote it.
How long have you been on the album?
About 2 weeks on the album and about 2 years on the title.
I gather there's been a bit of trouble within the group.
Yeah, our bass violinist Al Hutt had trouble remembering his name, so we dropped him down a lift shaft in California.
Yeah. How did the California tour go?
Ah, great. We're really proud of ourselves, you know, because in 3 nights we did over $7 million worth of damage.
Wow, not bad going. How many people came to the concerts?
5.
5,000.
No, 5. 12 with the roadies.
Not too good.
It's 3 better than New York, and on the England tour we had just the roadies.
What's the group doing after America?
Well, Brad's doing 6 years. Ronnie's had this niggling brain injury since 1957. He's laying down now.
And Pete?
Oh, Pete, he's a genius. He's too much.
Yeah, wow, right.
His alcoholic intake.
Too much.
Far too much. He'd be playing bottleneck guitar and drinking out of the bottle at the same time.
So, what happened?
Well, our manager wanted to fire him, but I was against that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to kill him.
So what did you do?
Well, we compromised. He fired him and then I killed him.
As a group, you're really into violence. I remember in the Toronto tour, you burnt down your audience.
Yeah, violence is really great, you know. It's only when I'm being really violent that I'm truly at peace.
Yeah.
That's the saying of Siggy's.
Hello.
Hi.
Siggy's our guru.
He's from India.
No, he's from Shepherd's Bush, but he works in an Indian restaurant.
Mrs. Fletcher, she said, to understand everything, we need to know nothing. And to know nothing is to truly understand everything.
Wow. Yeah, heck, I can get off on that. Who is this Mrs. Fletcher?
She's his landlady. She gets these terrific insights into man's nature and Siggy sells them.
Are they good?
And they're expensive.
Wow. Well, I could rap on like this all evening, but instead let's have a bit of music from the Gerrards Cross Pop Festival. This is Splint on the Abattoir label with Bandwagon. Yeah, certainly. Well, next on Whistle Test, I have with me Stan Fitch, the first all-dead singer. Stan, welcome to Whistle Test. Yeah, right. Well, now Stan's going to do a number for us off his next album called Even Further Beyond the Grave. Yeah, be a long time before we hear anything as good as that on Whistle Test.
Rutland Weekend Television. Good evening. Hello again. Well, we've got an absolutely wonderful evening for you here on Rutland Weekend, and I hope you enjoy it as often as I do. But right now, it's time to enjoy Rutland Weekend Theatre.
Darling,
Yes, darling.
it's so vibrant, alive and throbbing.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling.
No, the evening. It's alive. You can feel it. Vibrant, exciting. Oh, Asia. Asia.
Isha, darling.
Aren't we near Hong Kong, darling?
Nearer Reigate, darling.
Darling, there's something I've been meaning to tell you.
Yes, darling.
I'm in love with Archie Galbraith.
Not Archie Galbraith.
No, not Archie Galbraith. What's his name? Paul Hampton.
But that's me, darling.
Oh, is it? Maybe it was you then, darling.
Oh, you're so wonderfully vague, Patricia.
Yes, I am. Very vague. Well, my name isn't Patricia, though, is it?
No, it isn't.
What is it?
Dashed if I know, dear.
Call the native boy and ask him.
Don't think we have a native boy in Isha, dear.
Haven't we?
I've forgotten.
Call and see, anyway.
Ah, yes. Hello! I say, is there anyone in there who lives with us?
Hello!
Oh, hello. Now, look, my name's Paul, but I'm afraid we've forgotten my wife's name. Who are you?
I'm your son.
Oh, hello. Good Lord, what's your name?
Daddy, I've been living with you and Mumsy for 18 years.
Yes, but what's your name?
I'm afraid I've forgotten.
Listen, your mother can't remember who she's having an affair with.
Oh, I know.
Yes?
It's, I'm afraid I've forgotten his name.
Someone to see you, sir.
Oh, jolly good. Show him in. I'd quite forgotten we had a butler.
You don't, sir. I'm someone to see you, sir.
Ah. Hello.
I want to marry Virginia.
Who's Virginia?
You don't know who Virginia is?
No.
Damn. I was rather hoping you'd tell me.
It's not me, is it?
I don't think so, no.
Harry.
Harry? Hello, and welcome to another edition of... Amnesia. And tonight, on the programme, we'll be talking to Professor, oh God, she's not even a professor. We'll be talking, and we shall also have a film report from, about the problems of, So that's it. Until next week, good night. That was rather quick, wasn't it?
Just a reminder that Melvin Kite is a National Theatre... what's it? A National Theatre thingy.
Ron Granger is a farmer. Here on his Worcestershire farm he has nearly 700 acres. Not by today's standards a particularly large spread, but enough to keep him and his hands very busy. Because Ron grows, trains and fattens beauty queens. Well, they're not difficult to keep, providing you feed them regular. They're quite friendly, they all answer their names, but a dog's more fun. Ron feeds them hay and copies of Vogue. But at this time of year, things are pretty quiet, apart from the regular visit of the vet. I've got about 50 head of beauty queen, plus a few hostesses. The hostesses are beauty queens who haven't quite made the grade, but are kept for breeding. At the end of a glorious summer day, what could be a more peaceful sight than a prime herd of beauty queens returning from the fields? But though they're locked away for the night, Ron's work is far from finished. Of course, you've got to watch out for poachers this time of year, you see. I had 3 of my girls stolen last year. 2 of them ended up in Penthouse, and 1 of them ended up in the Playboy Club. They just don't know any better, you see. It's not just poachers. 2 years ago, feminist demonstrators broke in with Foot and Mouth, a radical feminist magazine, and contaminated all the girls. It was heartbreaking. I had to shoot them all myself. Do you know, I cried. But it's market days that are the busiest for Ron Granger, who is incidentally no relation of the plucky tunesmith. He's up at dawn to load the girls and drive them the 40 miles to the nearest market. You'd swear some of them knew where they were going. But these are the harsh realities of modern economics. Trained and fattened to the peak of perfection, they're now ready to be shown at the market. Here they'll be given a chance in the ring before the experienced eyes of Midland butchers and a cutout of Oliver Reed. Most of these girls will end up on your household tables over the next few weeks. Oh, Diana, my champion Jersey girl, she's just gone for 250 guineas. Still, she's going to a good butcher. But are these cattle markets just beauty contests?
No. Far from it. It's not just the way they look, you know. There's also the taste. That's the most important.
Well, let's just have a look at the next contestant. Do you think you're being exploited? Chance would be a fine thing. I should be so lucky. I'll find the lucky guy. Great, just great.
Ladies and gentlemen, while the judges are selecting their final 6, here to entertain you is the golden larynx of P.B. Sutton.
Another victim of the Yorkshire showbiz butchers. These high-class butchers are amongst the most feared butchers in show business, providing prime cuts of home-killed British entertainers for the domestic market. Alan Plato is the man who brought terror to the Cliff Richard show and was the first to exploit the nutritive value of the younger generation.
I specialise in prime cuts of singers and dancers. These spare ribs, for example, were once on the Rolf Harris show.
Some best end of Desert Collar, please.
I'm sorry, love, we're right out. I can offer you a nice piece of Frankie Vaughan.
Well, there'll be another chance to see the Yorkshire showbiz butchers tomorrow night, when they'll be showing you how to prepare and cook Nicholas Parsons. Meanwhile, on Rutland Weekend, it's time for A Penny for Your Warts.
Hello and welcome to A Penny for Your Warts, a TV quiz game for doctors. And this week's team are some urinologists from Bristol who face a team of consultant gynecologists from Somerset for a chance to go on and meet the Danish dentists in the semi-final of this year's Stonehouse Trophy. The Bristol urinologists are led by Dr. Max Schulman.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor. I keep getting these pains in the small of my back when I'm gardening. What do you think it is? Well, they've got 15 seconds to tell me what they think it is.
We think it could be backache.
Yes, and your prescription?
Cut out gardening.
Yes, jolly good, 15 points. Well, now it's time for our mystery corpse, so will you wheel him in, please, Boris? Well, there he is. You've had a quick chance to examine him. Now what we want you to do is tell us what you think his profession was. Yes, Bristol.
We think he was a comedian.
What makes you think that?
Well, we recognised his face.
Jolly good. Well, now Somerset are losing 30-0, and here's a chance for them to catch something in our disease spot. We have a patient who's going to breathe on the doctor, and what we want him to tell us is if it's infectious.
Oh, yes, very infectious.
Good, that's 15 points, Somerset. And let's see if you can draw level in the next ward round. On the table in front of you, you will find a volunteer from the audience. He's been anaesthetised, he's been opened up, and you have 30 seconds to complete the operation. Yes, time's up. Let's see how far you've got. Oh, what a pity, Somerset. We only wanted you to cut off his bandages. Still, perhaps they'll stitch back on. And if you could pop some of those bits back in there before you go, I'm sure his next of kin would be very grateful. Well, now, Bristol, a chance for you again. On the table in front of you, you will find the x-rays of some organs of a famous politician. What we want you to do is spot the ex-minister. Do you recognise these famous organs? Yes, Dr. Crippen.
Is it Mrs. Thatcher?
No, I'm sorry, you're quite close. It is, in fact, Anthony Barber.
Oh, yes.
Well, that leaves a final chance for you, Somerset, and this round is called consultancy fees. Take a look at this medical record card and tell us how much money you think you could have extracted from this patient before his decease. Yes, a very quick challenge.
300 guineas.
It's spot on. Can we ask you how you got there?
I'm his doctor.
Well, jolly good, but whilst you may have won the 300 guineas, you haven't won the competition, I'm afraid, because it's been Bristol's game, so the urinologists can wash their hands of this round. And won't you join us next week when they scrub up against the Wizards of Oto Rhino Laryngology from Doncaster, who will no doubt be bringing their extremely noisy team of supporters and their drugs. Well, from all of us in the theatre today, oh, except one, it's goodbye and good diagnosis, everyone.
A Penny for Your Warts was introduced this week by Raymond Nabokov, and he'll be back again next week with another name. Meanwhile, on Rutland Weekend, it's time for the fabulous Bingo Brothers. For those of you with black and white sets, the next programme will be in black and white.
donkey, we kept it in the yard. One day in the winter, it was snowing hard. Mother said the donkey must be cold in the yard. Bring him in the kitchen and let him have a warm. In came the donkey and bit me father's ear. Took it for a cabbage leaf and broke the chandelier. Out went the gas. And then it came alight again, poor father's head. The donkey took a bite again. Mother took a knife and fork to stick it in the ass. Stuck it in my father's head and out went the gas.
Ain't you mad you can't get at it?
I was sewing my drawers up.
So there we are. Those were, of course, the fabulous Bingo Brothers. And make a note that very soon we'll be having an entire whistle test programme without them. Well, here's our last studio guest tonight, who needs no introduction from me. So until next week, good night.
Well, this next number is a protest song. I've suffered for my music, and now it's your turn.
All the prophets of doom can always find room in a world full of worry and fear. Tip cigarettes and chemistry sets and Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. So I'm going back to my little old shack and drink me a bottle of wine. That was mise en bouteille before my birthday, and have me a fantastic time. Rain on a tin roof sounds like a drum. We're marching for freedom today. Yay! Turn on your headlights and sound your horn if people get in the way. Letting me turn you on to the chromium swan on the nose of a long limousine. Even hide for the day, it is something to say, but what the hell does it mean? I may be accused of being confused, but I'm average weight for my height. My philosophy, like color TV, is all there in black and white. Rain on a tin roof sounds like a drum. We're marching for freedom today. Yay! Turn on your headlights and sound your horn if people get in the way.
Well, that's about the size of it. Rutland weekend is closing down now, so until next week, good night, everybody.